Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently building megastructures. Let's go up to fastest speed here, and let's immediately start going through our jobs. I see that there's this one. We can just put in an industrial district. That'll get us more alloys and consumer goods. I like it. And what else can we do here? Well, so far I don't see any other available jobs other than this one that just popped in. That's a robot. Okay, fair enough. I guess we can put in a mining district? I don't love it. But whatever. What else do we have? Looks like nothing at the moment. Okay, so we finished up our mega shipyard last episode. We're working on our Science Nexus research wing. This should be the final upgrade for the Science Nexus. That's got 700 days left on it. The Strategic Coordination Center hull, I believe this is the final upgrade for that as well. That's got about 1,500 days on it. And we are 65% done with our Mega Art installation. So that's all looking very good. Our alloy count is up to 7.2k. We're going to need to increase that somewhat. But that's not horrible for now. For now, it's okay. I would like to start getting some ships reinforced eventually. I'm hoping to do that at some point this episode. We'll see when that happens, though. For the time being, it looks reasonably fine. I wanted to come up here and make sure that this was queued up. And that should be a command center. Yes. I thought I remembered that I hadn't queued up everything there. Perfect. So that's good. We're going to be using our influence against the Uvzant at this point, and I would definitely like to spend some of that right now. I'd like to make claims down over this way. We want to get this entire little exclave of theirs claimed up. And actually, we have enough. Beautiful. So then we want to start working on this exclave up here. We'll go ahead and make those claims. For now, that's fine. Beautiful. Okay, so we are 80% done with our Mega Art installation now. That looks phenomenal. What else do we have going on here? A whole lot of nothing, except that this mining world can use a planetary capital complex, and I'm going to replace this robot assembly plant with an alloy foundry. Fantastic. So that will help out our alloys a bit. This generator world requires a job. That is a robot. That is a robot. Can we just get rid of our robots? Can we set them to undesirable? Or can we, like, boost up the jobs that they're allowed to work? So they're in servitude right now. Okay. And we're not allowed to purge them. We should go ahead and enable population controls on them anyway. So I guess we could do that. In hopes that they don't grow their population. That would help anyway. So that's reasonably fine. What is our policy on purging? Robotic workers are allowed. We cannot outlaw them because we're fanatic materialist. Or actually, we're regular materialist. And we have the policy synthetic citizen rights. Okay, where do we have that? Okay. Artificial intelligence is in servitude right now. Does not have policy, citizen rights. Okay, noted. So we need to get this to outlawed, but we can't actually do that. So in terms of purging, then, we are only allowed to displace. But apparently we can't do that to robots. That does make me a little bit sad. For sure. Not possible due to species must be undergoing neutering or displacement. Okay. But yeah, we can't purge them. Okay, well, it is what it is. So there's this generator world, right? And we're going to have to put in an agriculture district. I don't love it, but we can't really get rid of that robot. Sad. So this mining world here, we can definitely put in an industrial district on that. That'll be no problem whatsoever, boosting our alloys further. And how's our construction going? 84%. I realized that I was paused basically that whole time. I didn't actually intend to be. That's unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. So the Science Nexus is about 400 days away from its completion, right? That's good. That's very, very good. Looking in on the Scanurians, overwhelming equivalent. Looking in on the Uvzant, superior equivalent. That's a good sign. Looking in on the commonality, overwhelming equivalent. And on the Zadran Mandate, inferior equivalent. That's some good movement there. I like it. Now, there's a Scanurian exclave up here that I wouldn't mind taking away from them, but right now is absolutely not the time for that. I'm wondering where the endgame crisis is right now. That's definitely a question that I'm wondering. And then there's these guys up here that I wouldn't mind getting rid of by taking Sethelbach. Or going into Sethelbach. It'll be interesting, for sure.
Breakthrough achieved.
Okay, so we just finished up our Mega Art installation site. Let's head over to Jasmach. And once we arrive there, we're going to start work. We can build another Science Nexus site. That's actually baffling to me. I didn't expect that we would be able to do that. We're not usually able to build more of these. But we want a Sentry Array site, I guess. Maybe there's a maximum megastructure limit or something. That's a possibility. I'm not sure exactly how that all is implemented. But for now, we'll get that started. We're banking not research. We're doing that too. But we're banking alloys for the moment. I definitely do want to get armor hit points here, and I'd love to buy in some alloys here, but they're quite expensive. And we can't do that at this present moment. I would definitely like to get our art installation nascency upgraded.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Shield hit points is fine. Let's go for energy weapon attack speed. Sounds good. And how about, I think in this case, strike craft damage will do just fine. How are we doing, actually, for our fleet strength now? 163, 160? Okay. I'd like to hit around 200. We'll see what ends up happening with that. We definitely have a ways to go on all that. Yes, we purchased that service. Fantastic. Okay, so we're up to 12k alloys at this moment. So, of course, in order to get our Mega Art installation site going here, we need another 2,800. That's to be expected. 200 days on our Science Nexus, and our Strategic Coordination Center home will be done eventually. Now, we can't actually get this going because we can only make 3 megastructures at a time, and we started this one very deliberately, knowing that we weren't going to have the alloys. So we're not losing any construction time here. So that's good. I am going to output another construction ship here just to grab things like these minerals that we're grabbing from the Surveyor. Speaking of which, that's going to be active for a while yet. Okay. Noted. So that's fine. Let's check in on our jobs situation real quickly here. This mining world requires a job. A Zadran job. We're going to put in an alloy foundry. Fantastic. This forge world. A planetary administration. For sure. This forge world here, this is not much of a forge world. I like that it auto-designated as a forge world. And we're definitely going to put in an alloy foundry there. There's no doubt about that. So that will help our alloy production. That's good. We are up to 729. So that's making reasonable progress. We're going to go on to automatic construction here. And that's immediately going to jump up over here and grab the physics research. I'm okay with that. Sounds good. 26% on our Sentry Array site. And we can, of course, get this done as soon as our Science Nexus is complete. which will be 65 days. I like it. We did just lose an admiral. That's not the biggest of deals. We can always get another one of those, no problem. 40 more days on our Science Nexus, and I, again, believe this to be the final Science Nexus upgrade. 20 days. About 900 on the Strategic Coordination Center, for reasons. That's going to be a while yet. But just imagine if we weren't running Architectural Renaissance, right? These would take twice as long. Okay, we'll get the nascency going. 1,800 days on that. So yeah, our Science Nexus is done. That's giving us 300 in each category, as well as 15% additional
We
research
have encountered
speed.
some manner of space-borne beast.
After we have our Sentry Array site done, we could think about going for an interstellar assembly site, but diplomacy is really not our focus. So we may actually end up going for another Science Nexus site if the game lets us. That would probably be the best way to go, and just keep building those from here on out until it doesn't let us build more megastructures, which there does appear to be a limit built into the game at some point. So that's fine. I think we can afford to get a small reinforce on our fleet done. So we'll get that underway. Is that coming out of our mega shipyard? No, it is not. Okay. Just wanted to double check that. Cool. So our reinforcements are heading out. 50% done with that Sentry Array site. And yeah, there's quite a lot of time on these other upgrades. So it's definitely reasonable to put those alloys into our fleets. I would like to put more in, but I don't think we can really afford to if we don't want to be wasting megastructure construction time. So we'll hold off on that for now. This Forge World, we can absolutely put an alloy mega forge onto. It is a robot unemployment, though, and that's not going to fix the problem. So we'll also put in a mining district. Hello, pause menu. Okay, we've got this factory world here, and this we put an alloy foundry onto. That's a Forge World, not a factory world. Fantastic. Okay. And now we wait. Cool. So we are grabbing the minerals over here. How's our tech coming along? A little bit of time there yet. We're definitely researching a lot faster, though. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. So checking in on these guys, they're still equivalent to us in tech. Equivalent. Equivalent. Okay, and these guys have started building up their fleets a little bit. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. Once we start actually putting our alloys into our fleets, we'll chip through this deficit pretty quickly, to be honest. But for now, I'm not too concerned about it, since the AI has just been chilling, and I'm completely okay with chilling right now. We know what's gonna come.
Complete.
And it ain't gonna be pretty.
We have encountered some manner of space-borne beast.
So getting timings here, or getting time rather, to develop these things is huge for us. Absolutely huge. We're very happy about that. I would have expected it to start by now with the endgame crises. Did I change it to 2,500? Maybe I did. I don't remember. If I did, then we're definitely going to go to war here. And I don't really want to go back and watch the first video to see what the rule set was. We're probably just going to assume that it's not going to happen for a while. We haven't even started to see any inklings of it yet. So we're probably going to attack the Ubzant fairly soon here. But I definitely want to get our megastructure completion first. So we'll get that Strategic Coordination Center done. That'll be another 500 days. The Sentry Array site is 80% done, and it's going to be a bit in the alloy department, but we are banking that up. No real problem there at all. But we will be preparing to go to war soon. Very soon. Once we get our fleets built up, I do expect that we're going to be at least equivalent with most of these guys, if not superior. These guys might... Actually, they're only equivalent, inferior equivalent. They're huge, but they're not doing much. Noted. What about the Kingdom of Yondering? Okay. Yeah, everybody's pretty equal, really. There's nobody that's really out ahead. Did we look at the Corellians? No, we didn't. Overwhelming, equivalent. Okay. Looks good to me. No problem at all. Keep in mind, we are sacking our fleet power right now to get mega structures built. It's okay by me. I don't mind that at all. So we're going to be finishing up here in Jasmok shortly. And like I said, I think that we don't build an interstellar assembly site at any point. Sentry array, absolutely. If it lets us, I think we go for another science nexus. I really do. So Jasmok is going to be done here shortly. And do we have enough to immediately start construction on the sentry array? That's the question. Yes, we do. Okay. So we'll get that going and we'll head down into Eglar. Looks great. 800 days on that, 1,200 here, and 275 on the Strategic Coordination Center. So we'll let that finish up. This should be the final upgrade for the Strategic Coordination Center. The Mega Art and the Sentry Array, this is both the initial construction for. But we are progressing at 3 days per day, which is always a good rate to go at for megastructure construction. Actually, we're progressing at 6 days per day, because if we go into our edicts here and take a look at our architectural renaissance, okay, it's not actually 6 days per day, it's 4.5 days per day. But that 50% megastructure build speed is a huge deal. Absolutely huge. Let's check in on jobs here. This factory world requires a job, and it is set up as a factory world. I would really like to switch it, but I think we go negative on our consumer goods if we do. I'd like to switch it to an industrial world, and then I'm going to queue up 2 industrial districts there. I suspect this will take us negative, but we'll see. So we do require one of these guys' jobs. Okay, we'll put in a city district here. That's fine. Okay, heading down the list. No other problems presenting themselves.
Incoming transmission.
Sure, these guys want their embassy here again. They need to make up their mind on whether they want an embassy or not. Yeah, minus 168. That's what I thought would happen there. So instead, we're going to have this go back to a factory world. I like the 902, but the minus 168 is too much. I'm not necessarily okay with it, but here we are. Here we are. There's this mining world here, and we could actually get another gas extraction well here. I think that's a really good idea. We go ahead and put that in.
Breakthrough achieved.
Armor hit points. Cool. So something like kinetic weapon attack speed. Yeah, kinetic weapon attack speed is what we'll go for. Cool, and we can activate the Surveyor. Plus 9 society research. Looks good. 80 days on our coordination center. They subjugated the Awoken. Yeah, that's not shocking. I'm surprised they lasted this long, to be honest. Okay. 50 days. Let's go. On the Mega Art installation site, 970 and 645 for the Sentry Array.
Scientific
but in Aklinda, we are almost done
achieved.
with megastructure construction. That's looking amazing. I think we'll go for additional army health here. And only 10 days left on that strategic
Scientific
coordination center.
breakthrough
Let's do
achieved.
it. And there it is. That's actually not the final upgrade. For some reason, I thought it was. This one would be, though. So we're going to need to save up some alloys for it. I do want to grab energy weapon damage. And can we buy the alloys? We can buy some of them. We could buy these 2,500 and then start construction on another science nexus. No, it's not actually letting us build this. Okay, it's not graying it out, but it doesn't physically allow us to build it. Correct. That's right. That's the way that that worked. For some reason. So that means that we can go ahead and build our interstellar assembly over, like, Eglor 2. I like building it over a toxic world that we apparently can't terraform. Interesting. Okay, so we'll get that started so that we're not wasting construction time. Then, once this finishes up, we'll get the Strategic Coordination Center finalized at long last. That's definitely the final upgrade, right? I'm pretty sure. So all 4 of these will need to be worked on. The Corellians just rivaled us. I don't care about that. I think that's okay. Whatever. If they want to do that, they can do that. More power to them. So this Forge world here needs an upgrade on its Forge. But this is a robot unemployment here. So what do we want to do with that? An ag district is basically the only option. It's not ideal under any circumstances, but here we are. Okay. So our constructions are proceeding. We are now 15% done with our interstellar assembly site, and we'll be banking up alloys here. We're definitely going to need some. The numistic order is gone. Okay, well that's fine. So we have 4 mega structures that we're working on, and 2 completed at this point. Excellent. We're making very good progress on this. We need 15,000 for the Strategic Coordination Center. After we're done with this construction, we should, in theory, no longer need this construction ship. Yeah, we ended up taking Master Builders. That's right. We didn't end up taking the one that would allow us to build Dyson Spheres and Matter Extractors. That's okay. We don't need them. So that'll be fine. After we get this interstellar assembly site, then this construction ship no longer needs to exist. Noted. Okay, any other job work that needs to be done here? Yes, actually, on Alpha Centauri of all places. This is a Bizarro Ottoman. We could put in an industrial district here. That'll be the final industrial district. And there is some other work that can be done here, like upgrading the civilian fabricators, which we may as well do. Cool. So we see ourselves at plus 97 consumer goods right now. Is there a factory world, like this one, that we could actually hop over to a forge world? Yes. This one doesn't harm us in any way to change it over. So we'll just build an alloy foundry there for now. There's plenty of jobs on that world, but what about other factory worlds? Is there one that we could feasibly flip? This one, actually. We'll swap that over to a forge world, and we'll see what that does to our consumer goods here. It will drop somewhat. But by how much? I'm not sure. If it's comparable, like 19 each. Yeah, 41. So that's about all we can do for swapping at this point. That looks good. 42% on our interstellar assembly site now. I really want to get that upgrading, but sadly we can't at this moment. I do think that upgrading our Strategic Coordination Center is absolutely the call over the Sentry Array site. If we have to make the choice, and we do at this moment, I think that this is the higher priority. Reason being, look at that. Starbase cap, defense platform cap, naval cap, sublight speed. That's all really good. That's all incredibly good, in fact. We could think about building a defensive station here to help hold this cluster. Now, there is another access point over here. That said, if we're being attacked here, I feel like we may have other problems. So that might not end up being the best idea. Yeah, probably not the absolute best idea in the world there. 56% and 80 days. Okay. So we're just going to wait this out, and then we're going to upgrade the Strategic Coordination Center. It is about time to put a cut in here, but I'm going to wait to do that until this is completed. I definitely want to get this going before the next episode.
Construction complete.
You can, however, leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And the real question here... Oh, the Uthibulans no longer exist. Okay. Well, that's probably because they couldn't work forge jobs. Good job, Uthibulans. Good job. We're going to wait out this timer here before we actually end the episode. But, hello, there's this industrial world here. Arguably, this could be swapped over, but I don't think we quite can. Yeah, I don't think we can. I'm going to build an industrial district there, though. And that will help both of those. This is the foundry station here. We'll definitely get alloy mega forges. I don't think that will fix the job issue, but I'm just cruising on through here. The Sentry Array Hub has been assembled, and we just got a first contact in 2448. Okay. What do we need here? One of these guys. Okay, we'll just put in a city district. We'll call that good. And I guess we'll work on this first contact. Sure. Well, I already did the outro, so I will just get this going here and say a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.